right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play
11.
into a great play.
11. Stop.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Let's get set. Stop. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That pass complete to Moss. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Raider football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
There we go. Throw it.
Right to the air with Smith. That's taken in by Tucker. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for Raiders first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Hey, trio left. There we go.
Smith on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That's into the hands of Mostert. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
There we go. Throw it.
Complete out to the right side. He makes it in for the touchdown. Raiders take a 13-0 lead. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
On one, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Brown again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here we go. Here we go. Eleven.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And they're going to take over possession. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Pressure comes. Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on 1st down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 20-zip lead. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push their lead to 21-zip already. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
On one, right?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Burrow from the gun. He'll get this one to Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
He wants a heat. He's got it inside the 10. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And in for the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Bengals nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
11 mighty. Dot.
From the 29. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
11. Dot.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the...
And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Trey Tucker to return it. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Smith. He's trying to push the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders making this a laugher before halftime. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders continue piling onto this lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Burrow back to throw. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Fits it through the middle. Down to the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Let's get set. Dot.
First down from the red zone. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. First and 10. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go play action. Here's Smith. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, here we go, Sunday. Hey, go flip her up. Here we go, son.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Bengals will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Here we go.
They send a receiver in motion right. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow completes this one to Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
12, 11.
That's good.
Burrow setting up the play action. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. He got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
11. 12. 11, Thomas. 11, MT.
Burrow out of the shotgun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick six, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead.
Bengals 14.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This taken from the 12. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
On one, ready?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. He's on the move. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11, MT, take. 11, stop.
First down, Burrow to throw. Escapes out to the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. First and 10 from the 41.
Gun. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the pocket. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Raiders get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6?
And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Start. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it.
And they take this in for the score. The Bengals shrinking the lead some in the third. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Mostert on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
At their own 37-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Smith in the pistol. Forced out to his right. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And again, it's Smith. Has it at the 7. He has the touchdown. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders continue adding on to that lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, you can find pay dirt.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Line.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Smith on 1st down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the... This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Carlson adds the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
63. Bengals 35.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Brown on the inside give. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He completes it in traffic. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
42. Dot. 11 mighty. Dot.
Working inside the red zone. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Let's get set. Dot.
Burrow to the air now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'm wondering. Here we go. 11. Dot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
13 next. Double set. 49. Flip it off. 49.
Running back sent in motion.
Double set.
1st down, Smith to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Well, there has been no answer to keep him out of the end zone, and they can't keep him out of the record books either, partner. That score gives him the most receiving touchdowns ever in one game.
And trust me, Kate, those defenders, they threw everything. Man, zone, press, off. They just could not stop him. He was on a mission, and it was a mission for the record books.
That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals cut into the lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will trail by 25. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert. Escapes a defender. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Motioning the tight end now. From the gun, Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Launches one deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 3rd and short.
Hey, we go.
Blitz coming for Smith. This finds Mostert. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, alert! Alert!
Pushing for the red zone. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's good for Raiders first.
There we go, throw it!
From the red zone now. Intercepted in the end zone. DJ Turner comes up with it.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. You got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
12. Dad?
First down, Burrow to throw. Big gain downfield. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
On 2, ready?
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Here we go.
On first down, here's Burrow. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Dad?
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. Dad?
Burrow out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Chase. Jukes him, and now he's running free. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's get set. 11, Thomas.
Throwing is Burrow. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
11 MP, take 11.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
On 1, ready? Here we go. Shot.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And they pick him off again. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And they were able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Ready. No ball.
It's Mostert on 2nd down. Still motoring past the 30. A lot of grass ahead. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's a car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. It's due with that kind of accuracy down the field. This dude's elite.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Makes the grab in bounds left side. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. And with that touchdown catch, his 23rd of the year. He's equaled the NFL record held by Randy Moss from that phenomenal 2007 campaign with the Patriots. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Dad.
Burrow setting to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Higgins makes the catch. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
Here we go. 11. Dad.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. That's caught for the 1st. On the move, past the 40. Keeps himself upright. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it an 18-point game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Come on, set.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you
11.
all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Catch made by all. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals make it an 11-point ball game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go, set.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Ready.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro 8-0, and they're going to fake this one. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time,
Here we go.
the punt unit
11,
defensively was not
11,
buying
11.
anything they were selling. That's
11,
a
11,
big
11.
stop on the fake punt.
Set.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Gun. 11. Set.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're
But the
biased.
success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's completed right side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play good for 17 on a 1st down. Here he is to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Bengals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
11, Thomas.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Curve, 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Brown on the carry. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners, as we say so long from Cincinnati.